love the woods, know how to make fires. We'll stay outside in the woods. We'll sleep in branches to stay away from those wildlife. People love the woods. It's not everyone lives in the city. This is your own experience. People love the woods. I grew up in the woods, love the woods. I'm a woodsman.
Only woods I like is tiger, number one. Number two, I'm not a hunter, okay? I think it's cultural so much so I have to ask you a question.
Okay, please do.
What do you do in the woods?
Nothing.
That's why I don't want to be there.
I don't go to the woods anymore.
Okay. Like, I don't want to be there. And it's 2018. I need things that are important to me, like cell service.
Okay.
Like internet connection.
The next cultural regional question comes via Twitter.
Beverages.
It comes from a gentleman by the name of Jimmy. Jimmy tweeted, I saw a person of Jacoby shade this weekend walking through the grocery store barefoot. Is this cultural, regional, or just trifling? Trifling.
To be 100?
That's trifling. They shouldn't even let you in the grocery store.
That's trifling.
They shouldn't even let you in the grocery store barefoot.
There are so many places that you try to patronize. They say, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
And especially if there's food involved. If there's food, listen, I don't want to see your feet if I'm eating. Another thing is, you can take your shoes off on the plane, but you cannot take your socks off on the plane. You cannot take your socks off.
I agree.
I don't want to see your feet.
You gotta understand that there's so many people traveling on those flights when you're walking barefoot, especially in the bathroom.
The grocery store? You're shopping for food with your feet out? Ugh.
But when you walk past first class, if you're not sitting up there, don't put your luggage up there.
The next one is a voicemail. Let's listen.
What up, Jalen and Jacoby? This is Danny from Toronto. I got a regional cultural question. Calling rice and beans rice and peas. Is that cultural or is that regional?
So, my wife is of Jamaican descent. Okay?
Jamaica's good.
So I have a lot.
Jamaica's very good.
Lot on this. I will say this: I will say rice and beans and rice and peas, two completely different dishes.
Correct. So that's regional.
So I'm gonna say it's regional. It's also cultural, but regional culture, whatever you want to call it. It's more of a Caribbean dish.
Correct.
It's different. Like if you're saying rice and beans, I know I'm visualizing. When you say rice and peas, it's got a different flavor profile, different type of beans. It's got like a little used coconut milk instead of regular stuff. It's a completely different dish to me.
I agree with you, and it made me think about a conversation that we had when we were talking about cigarettes, and I called them squares. Our producer, Harlan, hadn't heard that term.
You know what that is? I hate to say it.
Is that cultural or regional?
Generational.
Gotcha.
We're old. He's younger than us. I hate to say it, but we're old. We're over 40. Moving on, we got another voicemail.
Hey, it's Laura in South Florida. Is drinking ice-cold water a cultural or a regional thing? I'm ridiculed for only drinking room temperature water. Let me know. Thank you.
Huh. I've never considered this. But before we truly answer the question, cultural or regional, how do you prefer your water? I'm going as cold as possible.
I'm going to answer a question. This is cultural for the exact same reason. I prefer room temperature.
Really?
And here's why. Because I didn't grow up feeling like I need to dress up water. And by the way, one of the things that the United States of America has done, and I'm just baffled that we fell for this, it's allowed us to live in a country where we can't drink the water from the faucet.
That's fair.
How about that?
That's fair.
Think about
if you think about the tax revenue.
Just think about that for a second.
Think about the billions of dollars
Just
of
think
taxes
about that for a second.
that the government collects, and we can't drink from the faucet.
But you bathe in it.
Of course.
You shower in it.
Of course.
And how about this? You even cook with it.
You cook with it.
So
that's one of the reasons I like this segment, because I never considered whether or not room temperature water was cultural. It never even crossed my mind. I assumed that everyone loves cold water.
No, because
I'm not so sure this is cultural.
No, here's why. Because first off, when you're about to get some water, you want to dress it up. You're going to get the ice.
Maybe a lemon slice.
When I'm trying to get some water, I'm just thirsty. So I'm just taking it as is.
I think putting cucumbers in water is definitely cultural.
And lastly,
that's cultural.
I drink water too fast. And if it's cold, I get a head rush like eating ice cream.
Really? Brain freeze?
Brain freeze.
Huh. All right, we've got one.
I know some people think
more.
I have a brain freeze all of the time.
All the time. We have one more, and it came via Twitter. You can follow us at Jalen Jacoby. Cultural, regional, passive aggression.
Passive aggression, I think, is like sneak dissing. It's
How about universal?
Universal.
It's universal.
People do this.
Are you passive aggressive?
On certain topics. in situations, yeah. Because
Sometimes.
here's what you got to understand, everybody. You got to play your hand and understand that you can't win every battle. And I'm not even talking about in a relationship. Like, when you grow up on the west side of Detroit, there's sometimes that people are going to be talking trash to you or capping on you or jonesing you. And guess what you got to do? You got to take it. Because you ain't going to do nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Because you'll get beat down. So I learned a long time ago to pick and choose your battle. So therefore, we all have levels of passive aggression.
I love this segment. When we come back, it's the final segment of the week. It's what we learned.
Experts say to eat a lot of